Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome after a really short break, Christmas break that I took. I'm so happy to be here with you, and I would love to know how are you, how has your Christmas been, and yeah, I'm just so excited to craft again, to be here with you, to share my ideas with you, and to talk to you in the comment section. So do let me know how your Christmas have been, what have you been up to. Are you doing anything crafty maybe? And yeah, so today I thought we could start a new little series which I'm going to call From Trash to Treasure. And this is going to be for those of you who are like me, who have ton of packaging, ton of things that normal people, non-crafting people would probably throw away. And to be very honest with you, I would throw away those things. I used to live in a very small space, and despite I always wanted to recycle or upcycle my packaging, my trash basically, but I've never had space to keep those things, so I needed to, to just throw them away, put them in a recycle bin, and just move them out of my apartment. But now that I have a little bit more space, I have decided, I have this whole box here, which in itself it's recycled, so it's just cardboard and it says Merry Christmas. It's something my boyfriend got from his company for Christmas, and what I decided to put inside is Amazon packaging, is just some random bits and pieces of trash, basically, something I would normally throw away. So I have this packaging from like chocolates. I've got some of these like school calendar things that I don't have use for, but I could use for journaling cards. I have some drawstrings. No, I don't know what this is called, but those bags, little bags like this. So all the things, a huge Amazon envelope is in here as well. And so I just thought I could, I could just craft with those items, make something with them, and upcycle them, make them into something beautiful, give them a second life. And if you are like me, and if you have tons of it, tons of things that you would normally throw away, packaging, boxes, bags, stuff like that, then I hope you will join me. And especially now after holidays, we are gifted different things, and of course we often throw away the packaging, especially if it's nothing special, like those Amazon envelopes. They don't look, mine is even very dirty here from the delivery, so it's nothing special. It's something that I would normally throw in a recycled bin, but I want to turn it into something beautiful. So what I also have here is I've printed some digital papers from My Pot Prints, and I will link her shop below. And this is a kit called Among the Wildflowers, I believe. So it's stunning. She has, I think, at least 2 kits with wildflowers. I have both of them, and this one is her newer one, and it's called Among Wildflowers. And look how just gorgeous, how stunning it is. The images in this kit are so stunning. So I printed most of the pages, and I also printed some of the ephemera from the kit, so maybe we will do something with it as well. I also have some of my scraps here next to me, and what I was thinking that I want to change this envelope into, or make it into, would be a little ephemera holder or ephemera folio thing. Yeah, that's what I think. So you know what, guys, let me first just take my scissors And I'm going to cut this envelope open, and I think I'm going to go maybe like this here, so on the outside, because I can make my cutting slightly straighter than if I went from the inside. Yeah, and it's cut, and here as well, just like a millimeter or 2 millimeters, just to open it. Oh, this side is not that easy on me. Okay, this is quite thick, so that's why you see me fighting with it here. Okay, but yeah, it's cut open. Nice. This is a beautiful space that we can use for making our ephemera folio. And what I was thinking, so these pages from my porch prints are just so beautiful, and I was thinking I could sew some of them in here, like journaling pages, and I printed them one-sided, so they are white on this side. And I was thinking I would of course cut around the white borders, of taking 2 of them like this, so my page would be, you know, like this on one side and this on the other. And I would stitch around here and make this into a pocket, so you would have a few full-sized pockets to pack some goodies into. And then we could make some pockets on these pages. Yeah, I think that would be so nice. So let me think how many I would like maybe first. So I would take this as one page, then this would be page number 2. And do I want more? Maybe not, maybe just 2 pages, because it would give us 4 pages and 8 sides for adding pockets. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going. Oh wow, this is so beautiful. Okay, maybe I want this page actually. So maybe I'll change it with this, because these birds and these foxgloves are just stunning. Okay guys, so I'm going to maybe pause the video and just cut around those, so we have our pages, and yeah, we can see what we do next. Okay, so my pages are cut around, and let me show you what I was thinking. So I was thinking of stitching them here with probably a pamphlet stitch, or you can use a sewing machine, but I will probably use a pamphlet stitch. And I was thinking of having 2 of them as one page, so I would stitch them here and make a pocket, like a full-size pocket here. So we would turn the page, we would have another one with the pocket, and another one, and another one. So I really like it. And now I was thinking that on the inside I would love these pages, or maybe I will actually make this as the first one. This is so pretty as well. I was thinking of having only these pages as the brightest color, the brightest pop of color. So I also have here my collage papers binder, because I printed some time ago I printed some of Stephanie's, so some of my porch prints papers, but on regular copy paper. And this is another kit. I think this is her white flower collage pages. So the flowers are mostly the same. This is the same style, probably the same book, but you can see how much lighter they are, how much more muted, and I love it, and I want to use some of them. So I'm going to just pick a few pages to collage the inside. This is so beautiful. I think we have enough, although here is the foxglove again. Let me take it. Oh, this is so pretty. Okay, I don't know. So this is one of the things that I'm going to be using for my collage. And what else do I have here? I have some of them. These are digital curio handmade paper. Maybe, yeah, I think they would look so nice together. So let me take those 2 pages. These are beautiful. I actually want to make some handmade paper in one of the From Trash to Treasure videos, because I have a lot of paper scraps that I could make into paper. But yeah, I have to test it first. I have to see if I can do this. Okay, so I'm thinking, let me see. Yeah, maybe one of these pages. And this is from Lorna, Tailor Made Journals. And these are all from Lorna. And we have some ledger. This is also from Lorna, but I also have some ledgers here. These are printed on thicker paper, so maybe not these ones. How about these? Just to have some variations, you know, just to have some variation. Maybe this one, I really like it. And the last thing that I believe would match beautifully here would be some book pages. So let me take, yeah, I have this very, very old book that I got on a flea market. It was, I think, almost 2 years ago now, and it's French, and it has pages and pages of gorgeous, well, there is some music and there is some vintage ads, but it's mostly like articles from newspaper and images and stuff like that. So it's just gorgeous for collaging. So I'm going to take a page maybe with some image that I am not really interested in, or maybe, yeah, maybe this one. And the coloring on this book page is just beautiful, and it's all natural. Okay, so how about we just start collaging? I think I'm going to take my glue book, if I can find it. Sorry guys, not very organized. I had to, well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to clean my room a little bit before my mom and my sister came for Christmas. So now obviously I can't find anything. And that's okay. Alrighty. So let's start tearing paper and collaging and gluing it down. So I love this, and I don't think I'm going to be inking up my papers this time, just to maybe make something a little bit different. So I'm going to just tear and glue, you know. And I'm tearing because I just want to get rid of the very straight edges. I don't mind a little bit of the craft coming like on the border, but if you do, then be sure to cover it up as well. I'm just going to make this here a little more even, a little cleaner, because this edge is quite rugged. I'm sorry. I have my tea here next to me. I'm quite cold today. We have our first snow, or almost first snow, of the year today, and well, ironically, just after Christmas. So we didn't have our white Christmas here in Poland, or at least, you know, where I live, in the area where I live. We did not have a white Christmas. Not that I mind too much, you know. I told you guys in one of the past videos that I am really I don't really like winter where I live. It's not very pretty. I love it. This is so beautiful. So please do tell me, how was your Christmas? Did you get to spend time with your loved ones? Maybe, you know, maybe if not in person, maybe at least on a Zoom call, on a phone, something like that. I would love to know how you spent this time. For me, I got to invite my mom over, which was awesome. I got to spend time with her and my sister and my boyfriend and our doggy, which was so lovely. She was so happy when Zuzia, I mean my doggy, she was so happy when she saw my mom and my sister. She didn't see them for quite a while, unfortunately. Because of the quarantine, I haven't been going home as much as I used to. But she was so happy, such a happy puppy. And it was awesome, you know. This was the first Christmas that I hosted, and I got to do it kind of the way I wanted to do it. So it was so nice. It was so nice, and I just hope maybe it's a start of a new tradition. I tore a piece, but I can still glue it. So yes, maybe it's a start of a new tradition for my family, which would be great because I really would like to take over from my mom. She has been doing these Christmas Eve dinners. Like I told you guys, Christmas Eve is kind of the most important day out of Christmas period for us here in Poland, especially when it comes to family. So Christmas dinner is a big deal. And I would really like to to just maybe take over and relieve my mom, you know, out of this. Well, she doesn't have to do everything on her own. She's always so tired during Christmas because we usually have some family over, and preparing those Christmas dinners is so much work, and I can see it, you know. She takes it worse every year because of course she's not getting younger. So I really want to take over and invite her, and I just want her to not worry about anything and to come to Christmas Eve dinner and actually relax, you know, actually relax. That would be beautiful if she didn't have to worry about anything. She could just come, eat, relax. Just, yeah, that's my dream. That's what I want for her. Okay, I'm actually thinking, what do I want to do with the flap? Let me maybe use my bone folder a little bit here. What do I want to do with the flap, guys? So far on this side, I think I'm just going to collage it. But I was thinking, oops, let me fold it. I was thinking of making it in a sort of a closure, into a sort of a closure, maybe with a Velcro. That would be nice. That could be nice. Okay, so we will see. But so far I can just collage over it. So I'm going to take a little bit of this. This is a gorgeous paper. This is from Lorna's tailor-made journals. French, antique French documents, something like that. They are so beautiful. I don't know where she gets this stuff, but she has like the most beautiful things in her shop. She always has the most gorgeous, gorgeous things in her shop. I'm such a fan, which obviously you guys know. I talk about her shop in almost every video. Maybe like this. Something like this, and maybe a little bit. Oh, I would love this sideways part here, the sideways writing. So I'm going to tear it out. Maybe like this, and I could do something over here to reinforce the flap and make it more even. So let me glue this down. I'm so excited about this new year here on my YouTube channel. I have so many ideas I want to share with you guys, and I hope you will love them. Exciting things are coming. Exciting things are coming. Okay, so how about I use the foxglove? I love this image. On the side here. I'm just going to tear the white edges. Let's see how I want this. Maybe like this here. I think I can make this, like fix this flap on this side. So I'm just going to glue this part down here. Okay, just taking my bone folder to go around here. Okay, and just a little bit more glue. So yeah, so my mom and my sister came to spend Christmas with me and my boyfriend. It was amazing, and they came on Christmas Eve. Early in the afternoon, we ate our dinner. There weren't 12 courses, definitely not. Guys, let me just make sure this is glued. but we had a really nice dinner. So I made some fish. I've never made fish before. I'm not a great cook. So I got a bit frustrated there while making it because it wasn't turning out the way I wanted it, the way my mom would do it, but still it turned out tasty and everyone enjoyed it, so that was good. Let me maybe take, where's my ledger paper? Here it is. I would like some ledger maybe for this space and then something for this one. And then they stayed until next morning. We had a really nice breakfast and coffee and a little bit of, oh, wow, not the way I envisioned it, but that's fine. Yes, so we had a little bit of cheesecake, coffee, and then they went home, and me and Derek, my boyfriend, we spent the whole day doing nothing, which was so nice. I didn't realize how tired I was, you know, after preparing the Christmas Eve dinner, even though it wasn't as much as maybe my mom, you know, would usually do. It's still, I was still tired. And I'm not used to doing nothing. Like, I always think in terms, when I'm relaxing, what can I do kind of constructive? Why am I tearing this like that? I'm going to glue those two pieces again together. So it really felt nice, but also quite strange for me to not do anything productive, not do anything, but just relax and enjoy our time together. And yeah, but also now the next day I'm really like, so I feel so hungry, you know, so hungry for crafting. So that's why the first thing in the morning I'm here, my boyfriend's barely up, and before he starts his day, I think I'm going to be finished with this project. Okay, I need a couple more little pieces for here and for here. So here I think I want to maybe use this ledger. So I'm going to tear a piece. This is too big, so maybe like that, and also like that, so to get rid of the white edge. And it could be, and now I made it too, oh my goodness, I made it too thin. Okay, we can use this one somewhere else maybe, but I'm going to take another piece of this and make sure, yeah, that this is not too thin to cover my space. Now I tore it again, but that's fine. I like it like that. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here. And cut around it later. Just take a sip of tea because I feel my throat is very dry. Oh, I love this piece of paper. I definitely want it here. Where's my fold? It's here. Okay, I don't want to put it over the fold because it be a little bit harder to glue it. But here is perfect, and I think I may want this little piece maybe somewhere here or like this, just to add a few bits of interest here and there, like this. And what else could I use? Maybe this plant here. Somewhere here, yeah, I like it. So this is our inside covers, and then we are going to add our pages into here. Yeah, pretty. Okay, let me maybe cut around this. Oops, too much, but that's okay. I can cut the ragged edge of the flap while I'm doing this. Okay, let me make sure I can fold it. This needs just a little bit more glue. And here, where's my bone folder? This would need a little bit more working on, so that I'm able to fold it. Okay. All right. Now let's see how our pages will look inside. Here is our flag with the beautiful foxglove, and here are going to be our pages. Now, I definitely want some pocket on the front and the back, and of course we are going to have to decorate the outside and the inside as well. But honestly, for the outside, I'm thinking I am going to use those more bright pages, and some of them look just so beautiful as like at the title pages, like the front page. So maybe I'm going to use this one, with the frame, and then add some collagey bits over here. Yeah, I think so. I really like it. Okay, so let me tear it. As close to the border as possible. Okay. Not very even, I guess. It's quite crooked. So maybe just once more. Now, here. And here. Awesome. I'm going to remove those scraps from my place here. Okay, some here as well. And now this would go here as a sort of like a central page. So we would only have to do some collaging on the background, and I would also kind of collage over this. So this is like the whole. This is going to be like the whole page, and this one is going to be in the center. So let me just start, you know, without thinking about it too much, without talking about it too much. Let me just start collaging my papers. And oh, what about the flap? The flap. Let me just think for a bit. I actually think I'm going to collage over it, but then add some kind of ribbon or something, sew it through here, and then I think I'm going to add a velcro closure to this folio. So now we can continue gluing and adding things. This book is very, the French book, I mean, is very delicate. The pages are so delicate, so I'm just trying to be careful not to tear it while I'm gluing. So I'm going to go over the flap with this one, like that. And then, of course, cut the excess off. What else? I need to move this back here. Okay, what else? We have some of the handmade paper. So how about I use it here, maybe, or here, maybe here. And let's see what we come up with, or what we have in the end. It's so much quicker without inking, you know, although I do feel a little strange not inking up my edges here. So this is my central piece. Or do I want anything else as my centerpiece? No, I don't think so. I could still choose one of these though. This one. Because we have a little more purple going on here than we have yellows. So I'm thinking, how about I use this one as my center, and then another page sort of as my page here. Okay, I think I'm going to do it. So I'm just going to tear these edges. Yeah, I think I'm going to like this one better. So let's keep on collaging. Put these pages aside and maybe add some of these gorgeous flowers. I'm making this project with something in mind. I've just finished my last custom order that I took when I was still taking them, and I will share this journal with you guys very soon. But this journal is quite plain, so the lady asked for a journal which was very much like my own, with just gorgeous papers and a nice painted cover. And so I want to make an ephemera folio for her, so that she can use it to decorate the pages however she likes. And I'm hoping this is going to be it, you know, that this is going to be the folio, and that this is going to turn out nice enough, I guess, for her to... Okay, I want this here, but I want to collage up this fold. So I'm going to take maybe a little piece of this. So I was thinking of maybe making it all on a video, you know, so we are now making the folio, and then I also want to add some ephemera to it, and I was thinking maybe we could make it all together in a video. And hopefully she won't be sad about not having it as a surprise, I guess. But I really... Oops, sorry, my throat. So scratchy again. But I really want to share this process with you, you know. I think I want this a little bit thinner. I want more of this flower to be visible. So I'm just going to tear more and just glue it straight here on the flap, even if I'm probably going to be covering it up. I still haven't decided. I think I want some maybe trim or sari silk maybe, or something like that here. Something. I want this piece on top here, but then maybe, okay, let me take a larger one so we can cover the whole space here. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Okay, I'm going to tear it. I think I am not... I'm not holding my tearing ruler sort of firm enough. I'm not keeping it firm enough, like to my surface. I'm just trying to do it too quickly, I guess. Okay. Like this. So let me see, my image is going to go somewhere. Where is my image? Here it is. It's going to go somewhere here, like this. So I need this to be covered as well. So maybe a little bit of the book page. I need one more page from my book, from my gorgeous book. It was such a find. I was so excited when I found it. It's just beautiful. I miss going to places, or to places like flea markets so much. I did it again. Wow. Anyway. Anyway. I think I want this here. There is this, I think I've told you about it in one of the videos, but there is this huge, like, is it going too much here? Yes. This huge flea market in Krakow. It used to be on, I guess, on every Sunday, on a huge market space. So the Sunday was reserved for those for this flea market, and there were so many beautiful treasures there. I love it, and I really miss it. So this is going to go here, and I'm thinking I want maybe the book page. Yeah, I don't want to make it too busy, so I'm going to take the book page again. I'm going to be a little bit more careful this time with this delicate paper. I'm going to have it here, just maybe not this much. My glue. I'm not sure, I haven't been there since I think last year, because I've been there when it was still, the weather was still nice, so probably not 2020. I wanted to go during the spring, but of course then we went into quarantine. Okay, I like it. Then we went into quarantine and we couldn't do those things again, so I've been waiting patiently. I don't know if it has been like on ever since the quarantine. I haven't checked really. I'm just looking for my ledger paper. I should have, I think, yeah, I have one more piece here. Wow, so many scraps. So yes, so I haven't checked. But, you know, for the sake of these people, these are just normal people, not, like, they are not professional sellers of antiques or anything like this. These are regular people who just have stuff hidden in their basements and who just want to make some money and, like, share these things with people who might actually use them. So for their sake, I really hope it was on. Where's my phone? Oh, here it is. It was on because, well, for some of them, maybe it was their way to make a living. But I haven't been there for such a long time. I'm really hoping next year the situation with vaccines and all this will maybe start improving. Like, we've been in quarantine for almost a year. This is so crazy. This is really crazy. Really unbelievable if you think about it. I think I want maybe a piece of this, or maybe a book page actually. Yeah, I think I want a piece of book page here. Like this. Maybe even shorter. Yep. And I'm gluing it upside down to just add more interest, you know, to the whole page. Okay, let me now try to fold it. Sorry for knocking the camera. It's very sturdy now, because of course the envelope itself is very sturdy. And now we've added all those layers of paper. I think I need a bit more glue here, but maybe I could use my wet glue if I can find. I have a new one here. Oops. I found it too much, but yeah, should keep it. Okay, now let me cut this off. And this and this. So a bit more here. So let's see how my flap looks. I like it. Just a bit more glue needed. Oops. Okay, I love it. It's beautiful. Whoa, now we have to fold this one as well. It's a beautiful like assortment of papers, I would say. Really beautiful. So now we can add our centerpiece, and this one I'm actually going to ink around because I want it to stand out. I also think I may what am I trying to say? Gild it with gold paste. It's a look I really love, and I think it would make this cover piece stand out nicely. I love this project so much, guys. I love the fact that I can actually remake this packaging into something that I can not throw it away, but actually use it for something. Make something beautiful, gift it to someone in a completely like changed form, give it a second life and purpose. And it wouldn't be possible if I didn't have my own room, because in this little space that I used to live, well, I didn't have space to keep any of the packaging. I had to get rid of it immediately, because if I didn't, then it was hard for me to, you know, even take a few steps in my apartment. Not to say it was hard for my dog for my Zuzia to do anything. Like, I couldn't throw her ball, you know, because there was no space. So unfortunately, yes, I had to recycle. Like, recycling is good, of course, but I would much prefer to upcycle and make something even nicer with these. Okay, guys, so now what I'm thinking is I want to add some stitching before I glue it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch around this. I'm going to stitch around my covers, and let me see if I have anything that I can put here. Some ribbon, some maybe sari silk. Just want to see. I have this. This would be gorgeous, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think I'm going to choose a piece of the sari silk a little longer than needed and make a little ruffle and stitch it with my sewing machine, and be right back with you. Okay, I'm loving this cover. So this is what we have so far. This is the sari silk that I've stitched. We have our beautiful back here. And what I'm thinking now, I want to do some heat embossing. I thought maybe some heat embossing here would be nice. I was also thinking of maybe adding something to the spine, because this is just paper and you can see it's starting to tear a little bit here. So we can do that as well. But first, the heat embossing. And I was thinking maybe corners here, something like that. So let me take my, I have this, I have my heat tool, and I need my stamp. So, sorry guys, give me a sec. I have my corner stamps right here, and which one? Maybe this one. This one would be nice. Or this. This is gorgeous. Maybe this one. Okay. So, what do I need? I need my stamping block. And let me do this on all four corners. So I'm going to probably emboss it in gold, just to add some more shine to the cover. But I was also thinking of something else, and I will show you what I mean in a sec. So this is, now I need a piece of paper and my gold embossing powder. This one is from Ranger. They are gorgeous. This one is a little bit, ooh, and these didn't like stamp at all. What happened here? Let me try to clean it and stamp again. Am I already running out of this ink? I hope not. Or maybe I just took too long and it dried. I don't know. Let's see now. Yeah, they are fine now. Not perfect because my surface is far from flat because of all the collaging that I have under this image and on the other side as well. So guys, if you don't like the sound of the heating tool, please turn the volume down, but I want to kind of keep recording while I show you the magic of embossing, because I just love it so much. I love the effect. It's really stunning. So I'm probably covering the embossed part up with my heat tool, but I hope you can see anyway, at least a little bit. This is just, wow, this is like magic, it really is. Okay, and my second idea would be, ooh, I have two other ideas actually with the embossing. How about I have this fun stamp that I love using. This is from Studio Light and it's like bricks. How about I add a little bit of this maybe on the back and somewhere here and add more embossing to it. I just love gold embossing, I guess. Or embossing, not gold embossing, just, you know, embossing in general. I love the effect it gives. Maybe like this. Okay, before it dries, like the last time, let me add gold where I think I've stamped. Okay. Now so we have some cracks here and there. I think I might want to add just a little bit more, here. Okay. And I'm going to melt it all at once. Yeah, and also on the edges. So I kind of wanted to be, where's the stamp? Here it is. I kind of wanted to be like one continuous piece of work, if you know what I mean. Like I don't want there to be a huge difference between this left side and the right side. Now let me take it up here. I'm going to use this here and here. Hopefully I'm covering what I've stamped. I think I need... Okay, let me now remove the excess. Okay, and I'm thinking I just need a little bit more here, up there. Yep. Okay, now I love gold embossing, but I love heat embossing, but no matter how hard I try, I always get the powder everywhere, like here. And then it's everywhere on my floor, on my dog, on everything. Yeah, and I have more here. Wow, I really wasn't that careful, I guess. It's also harder for me to do it on camera because I don't really see what I'm doing, because I can't put my head over my project. But okay, let me emboss it. Okay, doesn't this just look super lovely and super interesting? I hope you can see how it shines. I love it so much. And one last thing that involves embossing, heat embossing, that I thought was, I have this embossing pen. This is from, I don't know, it says wow, embossing pen. And I was thinking I would go around some of the flowers, or not around, just in them, and I would use clear embossing powder to make them pop, to make them shine a little bit. And if you have glossy accents, I believe you can do the same. I'm not sure, but I believe you can have the same effect. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go roughly over my flowers here, and then I'm going to put gold embossing on top. Gold embossing. Why am I so intent on saying gold embossing? This is clear embossing powder. So my clear embossing on top here. Remove the excess again. And clear embossing powder will give me the effect of just shine, but without any color, so the color of the flowers is still going to be visible. So I'm just going here, and a little bit here as well. Here maybe like this. Okay. And yes, I believe that with glossy accents, if you just put it over the flowers, you should have the same or a similar effect of just this glossy surface over the flowers, that makes them pop from the background. But I'm not sure because I don't have it and I haven't actually used it. I've just seen other people use it, and it looked quite similar to what I'm going to have hopefully here. I've tried this one before and I loved the effect. I was so in love with it that I really wanted to replicate it with you guys. So let me take my tool, heat tool, and go over the flowers. Yeah, it's super awesome. Super, super awesome. Okay, let me make sure you guys can see it. I'm just going to make it, maybe get it closer. And can you see the glossy surface of the flowers? It's stunning. Okay, so here is our cover. Now I have, like I said, embossing powder everywhere. So I think this is going to be a project for a few episodes actually, and this is fun. I want to give you guys more videos this next year, and we can start now since it's still 2020. I love this project. So okay, this is what we have, and I think we can use our Velcro. So I have these Velcro dots and I got them online. I kind of would like to be in the middle maybe. I think I'm going to start with this one though, with the flap first. You can measure it. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and and now I can take this, add it here and glue it like this. I love it. I love Velcro closures, and I'm going to work a little bit on this to make it lay flatter, but so far so good, guys. So far so good. We can always add more Velcro here and there if we need to. So, okay, we have our cover done. We have the inside cover with a lot of shine. The outside cover, sorry. And a lot of shine here. I love it. We have our opening and the inside cover. And our pages, again, are going to be here. We will be making some pockets, some pockets here, some pockets here, and we will have a nice ephemera folio from Amazon packaging. So let's continue working on this tomorrow, guys. Let's continue on making some fun pockets for this, for the inside, and maybe sewing our pages, and then probably on the like the third episode, just trim here, we will be making some ephemera for to put inside. So this is going to be so fun. I can't wait, and yeah, I will speak to you tomorrow. Bye.